not an easy thing, I gotta say it. I mean, you never get used to it. And it never really does get easy. That's the connection a lot of people have lost with raising their own food. So what we're gonna do is today is we're gonna get all of our stuff set up, get ready, keep everything clean. You need a turkey fryer, you need a propane thing. I'm gonna show you all how this is done. You're gonna need, bell scrapers, any kind of scrapers that you wanna use. You can order these bell scrapers on Amazon. Here we go. Okay, everyone, let's talk about ammunition and what kind of size rifle or what kind of size bullet you're gonna need when you butcher a roaster pig. So today we're gonna be doing a Kunekune pig. So what you need is, for that size, about 100 pounds and under, you're gonna need, a 22 long rifle works perfect. You can use a 9mm. Might be a little too much for a roaster pig, but this guy, he's pushing around 80 to 100 pounds, I'm gonna guess. So he's a pretty big boy, pretty thick. So we're gonna hit him with a 22 long rifle. This is a Ruger 1022, excellent farm gun. Everyone should own them if you don't have a farm. You gotta have a Ruger 1022. It's a fabulous gun, been around for many years. Excellent for putting animals down. Excellent just for dispatching small animals on your farm. Anything bigger than 100 pounds, I would suggest using a 9mm. If it was a big hog, I'd probably use an AR-15, 9mm, something, or a 410, those ranges. 45 would work too. But all around, this is a very, very good gun to have on your homestead. So definitely look into getting one of these if you don't have one, but today this is what we're going to be using. So I think it's going to work really well. All right, y'all, here's your product. Heavy boy, probably over 100 pounds. We're gonna set him up here. When you dispatch him, you're always gonna wanna aim right here, right between the eyes. Right between the eyes, straight to the brain, and slit the throat, drain his blood. You can kind of massage him, get it to come out. It does help. Now we're gonna go on to the next part. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna wash this animal off. After you harvest them, you're gonna wanna, like I said, let them bleed out. And then you're gonna wanna get a hose and just start cleaning them. Get all the dirt off of them. Make them look clean. Just wash them down. Clean as possible. You will get kind of messy. You will get kind of a little dirty, but it's part of it, I guess. Clean them up really good. Clean that. See, I cut him. You always want to cut that throat. Get his blood out, or if you don't bleed him out, you'll get blood in the meat. That's it, guys. Next step, we're going to go put him in the bath. So what we're going to do is now we got him in. Just he's almost too big for this pot, but just go ahead and leave him in there. Move him around. Move him around. What we're going to do is we're going to go half and half. We're just going to leave him in there about 5 minutes. 5 to 7 minutes. His snout might get a little peely because of the heat on the pan down there, but it's totally fine. So, you just kind of want to move him around. Move them around. Now pull them up and down. And then check in 5 minutes. Just keep doing this. All right, so you can already tell right here. You can look. You can see the hair is already coming off. It's a good sign he's almost ready. So let's go ahead and take him to the table. Boy, heavy boy. Get your scraper. Start scraping. You want to be quick. you got 2 or 3 more people, it'd be great. Have someone start refilling the pot and getting it back up to temperature. So when you're ready, you can go right back and start getting his other side done. The more people, the more merrier, because you can get it done quicker. You want to keep doing it while it's hot. See how smooth that is? Look at his feet. You can run a torch lightly. See him burn? You can do it lightly. Just like that. You know, and it will get rid of the hair. See, then you go back with your scraper without re-dipping them. And just do that several times wherever you might have missed. Because sometimes there'll be spots. Because you can see how smooth he is. We've got a few spots we got to go back and hit. Just like that. We're going to re-dip him after we clean him up a little bit. Alright, so you can see in the hair in his ear, you're not going to be able to get that hair out with a scraper as well. So you just take a torch. The torch will be your best friend on stuff you miss. Take a torch, get in there, yeah. Push it right up, burns it right up. Five to 7 minutes. He's just hanging out in the pot. So we'll just wait, move him around, keep moving around. 'Cause sometimes in that water, you'll get a wrinkle, and a wrinkle won't want to have the hair coming out. Best if you can move them around, the better. See how it just comes right off? That's the thing about being quick with that heat. You want it while it's hot. All right, y'all, so you can zoom in on this. You see in the foot, there's a lot of hairs in there. Even when you do scald and scrape, it's hard to get those out. Once again, your torch is your best friend. So you get you a good handy torch. Look, see it just go crust? Lightly, don't go heavy, just light. See it? See it? Just lightly. Okay, so we got all the hair off of him. We got him scalded. We got him scraped. As you can see, he looks really clean. We want to hurry up and get him out of the sun, get him gutted, and get him on ice. And what you want to do is, you want to make a small incision around his anus. I use the old trusty buck knife 110. You can use what you want, but I always have used this for years. So you want to cut a hole around his anus. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get right there. So when we take it out, the intestines go with it. Just like that. Hold it up. You can pull on it if you have to. Main thing is get that there. Circle out. So his anus is cut open. Just like that. Just like that. Now, his anus is free. See how it's free in there? Hanging, just leave it alone. Some people will tie it. You can tie a knot there if you want. Some people do. Get him on his belly. And what you want to do is pull up on this skin. Pull up. You don't want to puncture any guts. Pull up. So grab a hold of his belly like this. Put your knife in. See, I'm not puncturing any guts that way. Just pull up. And he got some fat on him. Just like that. Just watch your hands. You might want to use a cut-proof glove if you're not used to using a knife. And just get down to where you're in that belly cavity. Feel it. You're still not there yet. What you want to do is cut its skin down to that anus, just like that. Get you a line going. Pick it up here again. Get that line going all the way up. See, just like you're harvesting a deer. You got a lot of fat on him. He's Kunekune. See that? Now, once you get a little entrance in under the skin, like right here, and you can pull up on it. See? So you don't want to puncture intestines. So get it under that skin and just work your way down, just like this. Just like this. See it going down? What you can do is keep it pulled up and just chip away at it if you have to, but just to keep you from hitting the intestines. And you ain't got to cut hard. But the main thing is don't cut yourself, be patient, no rush. You want to keep pulling up. Slow and steady. Look, I'm barely cutting. No rush. See? Just like that. Come back up here. Clean him up like that. See? Nice and clean. If you take your time, just don't puncture the guts. You get to that breastbone, which is right there. I can feel it. You can stop right there. And there's a pelvis bone right here. See, I'm getting around to it. Pull his legs tight. You can do some with your hands. You can rip stuff with your hands instead of your knife. You can kind of open it up a little. Get his legs right there. There's a pelvis bone, and you might need a little hatchet or saw or something. Sometimes you can get it free with a knife. All right, so you get that pelvis bone. So I just use my knife. I just kind of got a little in that pelvis bone and just popped open. As you can see, my fingers are right there. You got to get that pelvis bone open. And you be careful right through here. See how that? Don't want to hit that intestine. That's why I cut around the anus from the beginning. Just like a deer. If you get in that anus hole, the knife up, bang, catches it and splits it free. Use your finger. So now we have that intestine loose down there. So what you want to do now is come up here in this cavity, grab the heart and lungs, because you'll see the diaphragm. You might poke to this diaphragm. Get the diaphragm open with your knife. And a lot of this you can do with your hands. Go up in here. You're gonna grab the heart, get around that esophagus. If you can reach up there with your knife without cutting yourself, be careful. Use a cut-proof glove. Cut that esophagus, freeze it. Then from here, you're just gonna pull. Start pulling. And if that diaphragm is still catching you up, pull it. See, look, you just pull. Now watch it pull out. See that? Where we cut the anus earlier? That's why you cut it. Look, you just keep pulling. Extra skin there, gone. So he is gutted now, all the way through and through. Now you wanna, you see any loose skin like this, clean him up a little, get the loose skin out. This looks good on this side. Since he was shot in the head and I bled him out, not as much blood. If you see anything that looks funky, you know, just trim me some. That's his private. Trim it off like that. That's his private male parts. And down here. You always want to take that off. Now, you want to get a hose on him ASAP. So we're going to wash him out, clean him up. I think it was a success. All we got to do is clean him up, and we're going to get him on ice. We're going to show you what's next. Yeah, the buzzards are showing up. Wash them good. We forgot 2 testicles there. We're gonna have to go back and get those. I just wanted to get the blood out. It's really good to do this on when it's in the fall or winter, when it's not so hot out, but we really need to do it. And sometimes you got to do it. You know, sometimes you don't have to wait till fall or winter. You just got to go for it. Try to pick it early morning. Today was the coolest day of the week, or month probably. Just keep washing him out. And don't forget, you got these. Yeah, you want to cut the testicles out. Probably don't want to wait much longer than a 5-6 months, so no boar taint. I think we'll be just fine with him. Get all those goodies out. Okay, so the best thing to do is when you're cooling them down, I forgot to mention this earlier, we got ice on them, bringing them inside, is fill it up with water for the first 3 hours. You want to get that meat chilled off as cool as possible, as fast as possible. So throwing ice in there, it'll take longer. Fill this up with ice in it. It'll chill them way faster. So, and the blood will come out. So give it 3 hours, come back, drain it, and then just keep fresh ice on it always. And what you want to do is, during this, you can do 24 hours, but we do 3 days. But during this period, when the ice starts to melt, what you want to do is keep draining it. Bring the cooler outside on the porch or whatever. Keep draining that water, and just don't let it stay in water. So only for this hour or two while we're chilling it. Then drain it, you know, in the morning and at night, so that it's not sitting in water. So, and just make sure you keep adding ice as you go. So if you got a young wiener piglet or a piglet you want to put on the smoker, or say you got one that's just not breeder quality, breeder worthy, you're going to want a cull. You got a cull if you're going to farm. You got a cull if you're going to breed. It's just a part of it. So don't be afraid to step in and get your hands dirty and eat food where you know it came from.